Okay, in this lesson, I'm going to tell you kind of an overview of what we're going to cover. We're going to cover how to make sentences. Now, I'm sure you know this, but just to refresh your memory, there are affirmative sentences, which is something like I speak Cebuano, the boy is walking, the man studies the book. Those are called affirmative sentences. We're going to talk about negative sentences, which is I do not speak Cebuano. The man does not study the book. The car does not run. We don't go. Those are negative sentences. We're going to talk about how to make interrogative statements, which is a fancy word for saying questions. Do you speak Cebuano? Does the man study? Is the car running? Those are interrogative statements. We're going to learn how to make imperative statements, which is a fancy word for saying commands. Go, study, come here. Those are commands. And just to make sure that we're on the same page, when I talk about certain grammar vocabulary, I'm going to give you a brief definition of these grammatical words. Nouns. Nouns are any words that you can put the before. The book, the table, even the happiness of my wife is of great concern to me. The happiness. We're going to talk about pronouns. Pronouns take the place of nouns. Instead of man, you can say he. Instead of dog, you say it. Instead of the city, you can say it. So pronouns take the place of nouns. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. The big man, the little man, the white dog, the green mold on my food. That's adjectives, describing words. Next is something that we don't have in English, but we do have in Cebuano, called ligature. It's kind of a sound that goes between two words. We're going to be talking more about that. A big subject is verbs. Verbs are basically classified in two ways. The existential verbs, which means to be. He is a man. Is verb. They are Chinese, so are is a verb. So those are existential verbs. And there's also action verbs. I speak, I read, I hear, I listen, I understand. Those are all action verbs. And then we're going to talk about adverbs. Now, adverbs tell how a verb does something. Like, he walks slowly. She runs quickly. Those are adverbs. Conjunctions are little words that put two phrases together. If I say, I'm eating rice, and I say, I'm drinking a Coke, I use the conjunction and to combine that to make a longer sentence. I'm eating rice and drinking a Coke. We're going to talk about how to say there is and there are. There is a good resort near here. There are lots of beaches here. And we're going to talk about things called particles and the particle order, which we don't have in English, but we do have in Cebuano. So these are all the things we're going to cover.